All right, you guys, welcome to our Tuesday night call. And you guys, you'd be surprised how often diamonds literally feel like they don't have anything to say, or feel like it's already been said 1,000 times. But that was me this week. I was trying to find a way to get out of doing the call yesterday. And then I was like, nope, you know what? I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to go and I'm going to do the call. And Jamie, don't laugh at me. I was like, I think there's going to be a big ice storm, actually. I might not have power. But I went and I wrote down some notes and I felt so much better. I was like, I could just keep doing this. So that's kind of some of the things that I'm going to talk about tonight. Is just some things that I've learned because I've been doing this for 12 years now, and I've seen a lot of people come and I've seen a lot of people go from the very beginning of my business to now. And I was thinking, like, that is one reason that I am still successful and the leaders on my team are still successful, is because we do hard things even when we don't feel like it. And I've said this many times, like, we'll get on calls and we'll be leading and we'll be sick or just had a fight with our husband or something's going on in our personal lives, and we still show up. And you guys, those of you who are on this call, you know that you do the same things. So I also get really hot when I'm doing a team call. So I don't know, I just start sweating. But anyways, and I've been doing this for a long time. So number one, and I said I had 15 points and then I erased that because I actually have 20 things that I want to share with you guys as I'm like sitting here analyzing what separates people who are successful and those who end up quitting even when they are super successful. And I just watch them. I'm like, what is happening here? But anyways, number one, trust the process and don't overthink anything at all. Just don't overthink it. Continue doing the things that we know are going to get us success. Going silver every month and helping people go silver, helping them with their office hours, getting them on team calls, getting them posting. That's what I do with all of my new people. I say, all right, let's set some office hours. When are you going to work? Let's get you posting and let's get you on the call. It doesn't have to be complicated. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now, we didn't have this kind of stuff when I started, but everybody's just got all these fancy graphics and all these fancy workbooks and all these cool things that they're doing. And it can feel intimidating. It can feel like these are all things that you have to be doing and have to have set up for your team. And honestly, the fastest growing and most successful teams are not all doing that. They're excited and they're just doing the basic things. When I was looking through my YouTube channel over 12 years of videos, just, all right, what can I talk about that hasn't been talked about before? And I'm like, oh my gosh, these are like all still things that everybody struggles with now, like every single thing. There is literally nothing new in our businesses. Okay, so I just looked at the time and I'm going to have to talk really fast. I thought I didn't have enough content, but apparently I am a talker, even when I think I have nothing to say. Having a slow month is okay. It doesn't need to be a reason to freak out. And that is what slows momentum down, is when people are doing the things and they're doing the hard work and then they look at their points and they're like, oh my gosh, I worked hard, but my points aren't reflecting it yet. That is the nature of growing a business of any sort. And it's definitely the nature of network marketing. So don't let that slow you down. That is also in those slower months, that is where the growth happens that you don't see. Maybe you're working on a system for your team. Maybe you're slowing down to speed up. Maybe you're really working on developing your leaders, or someone's overcoming or having an aha moment. And sometimes that doesn't show up until the next month, or they even say the work you do now will show up 3 months from now. So don't think that is abnormal. The girls on my team who are diamonds, some of them took 6 months, a year to go gold even. And then I see people join and they're like, why am I not gold yet? And I'm like, you just started a month ago. That's normal. That's totally normal. And sometimes I feel like it's better for people to have a slower start so they can get a grip on all of the systems and products and all of those things anyways, rather than just being this immediate success. And then this one is really important. And you guys have heard me talk about it a ton, but the single most important thing you can do for your business is to create leaders. And if you look at your business right now and you do not have leaders, I would say you need to pause anything else that you're working on doing, whether you're trying to figure out how to do reels or you're trying to figure out how to create a new workbook for your team or a new IPA system. You need to go and look and see if you actually have leaders, because that is what's going to stand the test of time in your business. And that's also what's going to help carry the burden so it doesn't feel heavy or hard. So look at your people and see, are they leading? Are they doing their own events? Are they wanting to take initiative and lead IPA? That is how you know that you have a leader. Tons of training on that, so I won't go too in depth on that, but that is really, really important, because whatever you do, your team is going to do half of what you do. So if you want to set the pace for a strong and vibrant business, you have to be doing that, and then look back and see if you have leaders who are doing the same thing. Number 4, those who are consistent are the ones who make it to the top if they do not quit. You have to keep going and keep doing the things and don't get frustrated. And I think the reason people get frustrated is because they don't pace themselves. They set this deadline. They feel like they looked at somebody who went diamond in 3 years and they feel like that's where they should be. And then they get frustrated and that kills their excitement. And then that is what affects people who are going to come to them, because it's the law of attraction. They aren't exuding that attraction to bring people to them because they're so frustrated. And I get it. I'm a perfectionist and I worked for years before I had any success at all, really. But I was not worried about it because I believed I would achieve it. And I did, but I wasn't comparing. And that's something else that I'm going to talk about in a bit. Staying in your own lane and being 100% committed to where you're going, not looking what everyone else is doing in or out of network marketing. It doesn't matter if it's your sideline or your upline or your downline or whatever, or people who aren't even in network marketing. Don't go and look at what they're doing, because social media is booming with distractions. You guys, I can get on social media and be so distracted all day and feel like I don't even know who I am or what I'm doing or why I'm even here or what I even have to say to anybody, because there's so many other more beautiful, more talented, more followers, better way at articulating things. Maybe they're better at reels because they've been doing it for 5 years and I feel like I should be able to do what they're doing. This is the perfectionist in me. And I know that you are all on social media, so you are all seeing the same kind of things that I'm seeing. And it's very, very distracting. And I would dare say that that is the most distracting thing in our businesses here in 2025, is what everybody else is doing and what you feel like you should be doing. And it's not true. It's all a lie that you're telling yourself. You do have value to add. And honestly, you're more relatable just being you than being some gorgeous woman who's all made up and her perfect little house and her perfect little kids and her perfect little marriage. Your friends love you, and that is who you're sharing with. Let's see. Number 6, action cures everything. And I kind of talked about that with this team call. And I struggle with this a lot. The older I get, the less I feel like doing certain things. But somehow, if I just get up and go do the thing, then I'm doing the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, whether it's my business or around the house or wherever it is. So just take action. Don't let yourself sit there saying, I don't want to do this, or I'm dreading IPA. Just do it. Just do it. And the more you do the things, the more dopamine you get and the more excited you are to go and do the next thing. The next thing that gets crossed off your list is that much easier. Number 7, do something that excites you every day. Something that excites you. So we want to do things that are scary, but we also want to do the things that bring us joy and excitement and passion for what we do. And I guarantee you, even though I did not want to do this call, and even though I'm sweating and my neck is turning red and I'm doing it, I will get off here and love what I did because I really, really enjoy this aspect of my job. Same with events. I love it once I'm there, but have to get out and go and make myself do it is really hard every single time. I'm a homebody for one. So do something exciting and remember why you joined in the first place. If I see someone, and this all applies for your team too. So as you're looking at yourself, also look at your team. Why did they start? What excites them? Was it doing events together? Was it just having a girls' night? Like, what is it that they loved? Was it learning something new about the products? We have some amazing products. We have some amazing new things coming out. Whatever it is, find your thing. And this is a really interesting one for those of you who have been in this for a while. But struggles at the beginning of your business are going to be what come back and haunt you. And just remember that if you overcame it the first time, you can do it again. And this time you know exactly what to do. However, it can be harder to make yourself actually do it the second time, but it will be just as good. So make yourself do those things. And I know what those things are for myself, as well as my leaders. And it really is interesting that it truly is the things we struggled with at the very beginning. Number 9, momentum makes hard problems go away, and the opposite is true of no momentum. Creating the momentum is the goal in building your business. So read John Maxwell's chapter on creating momentum. But if things feel hard, it's probably because you don't have momentum. If things feel easy, it's probably because you do have momentum. And remember how you got that. Those of you who are in momentum and things are going great, I would suggest you write it down. Or if you've had it before, what were the things you were doing? How did you feel? And those are just the things that you need to go and do again this time, or help your leaders go and duplicate those things. I already talked about social media and the lies that we see on there. And this even goes in network marketing and even within Plexus. The grass can look greener on the other side of the fence just because they're painting that picture. It does not mean that is the truth, and that does not mean that that is the reality. We, as a whole, can be really good at making our life look so good or our business look better than it actually is. So don't sit there behind your screen and think that they have it all together or everything's so perfect over there, because you don't know their story. And more than likely, they're all going through the same things that you are going through. They're just doing a better job of showing it. And how you look to other people is probably like, oh, she's got it all together and all this is going for her. And look what she just earned and look what she just won. And you know the struggle that you have in your own life and in your own business and what it took to get there. So you're just not as alone as sometimes we might feel. Number 11, get ahead of things before they become problems, or don't invest a lot of time in people who are not willing to invest in themselves. And this is a fine line to like, okay, how do I know if someone's willing to invest in themselves? It goes back to the basics. Are they getting on team calls? Are they posting? Are they willing to do the simple things that you're telling them to do? That's how you know if someone's coachable. Give them little things to do. And if they don't do it, meet them where they're at. You don't just throw them out with the bathwater. Meet them where they're at and then go find other people, because we don't have a scarcity mindset. We have a whole world full of people who need us. And people in my own town that has a lot of people doing Plexus, they don't even know about Plexus. And I'm like, how do you not even know about Plexus? This is great news. I'm so excited. So also, this is probably applies to those of you who have been around a little longer. But there is no such thing as taking a break. The more you take a break, the worse your business is going to get and the easier the break is going to be. And before you know it, you don't know what has happened to your business. Do not take a break. And I don't remember how other people have worded it, but basically learn to rest. But I don't even like to say learn to rest. I say pace yourself. You need to set office hours. If you are feeling stressed or burnt out, the only thing you need to do is set some office hours and make a priority list of the most important things to do. And level 1 diamonds that I have, they would say like, how can I get it all done in X amount of hours? I only have 2 hours a day, or I only have a few hours a day. How can I get it all done in that time? I'm like, you can, and you can totally go diamond. You don't have to work 8 hours or 12 hours. You don't have to do that, but you need to pace yourself and stick to your office hours. And These people did, and they are diamonds with diamonds on their team. And these are the things that you have to do when you're feeling stressed or like you're not going somewhere where you want to in your business. Just set those office hours and then stick with them. Okay, number 13. There is no such thing as not growing. Either you take action and move forward, or you will go backwards in points. This is the slight edge, and this is a hard truth. But this goes into point 14. If you are doing the work and your points aren't moving forward, that's okay. They just haven't caught up yet. So don't stress. My saddest thing in this business is to see people who are working hard and they stress that they're not diamond yet. And that's because they put a timeline on this because they're high achievers, because they will be diamond. But you don't have to stress. Enjoy every bit of this journey. I have seen people take, I don't know how many years to get to diamond, and they were just so happy all along the way. You would have never thought there was a race. They were just really happy and just doing the work every day, and they're getting their joins and they're just happy. And I just sit here watching and I'm like, they will get to diamond because they are consistent. So keep doing those things and don't worry about where your points are at. Just keep going. Let's see. Look for, as you're working your business and maybe your points aren't growing, look for areas to improve, but do not think that that is like the be all end all, like something is broken in you and that's why you're not growing. So Lori told me read some books, which I did, and I had a lot of light bulb moments, but she also told me that I was on an Easter egg hunt looking for the golden eggs and I just hadn't found my people yet. And that was so encouraging to me as a perfectionist because I kept feeling like there must be something broken still. Like there's just still something wrong. I'm a fixer, so I always need to fix something. There's always something needing to be fixed in me, in my life, and in my business. And that can be okay as long as it doesn't shut you down. Those thoughts are fine as long as it propels you forward in growth. But if it's making you feel crazy or less than, or like you're not good enough, or doubt if you'll ever be a diamond, then don't think those things. Just keep going and keep doing those things and looking for your people and fine-tuning your skills and learning who your people are and learning lessons from where you've been. Number 15, you can't rush the process. But if you have more hours to work, the more you work, the faster you will grow. Again, if you don't have more hours to work, we have a lot of people who have grown their businesses while working full-time jobs, whether it's a job away from the home or in the home, whatever, it doesn't matter. But just don't rush. Don't rush it. Don't be stressed about it. I see a lot of people who have only been in the business for a year and they're rubies and they're upset that they're not diamond yet. And I'm like, no, you're building a business. You're building a legacy business. This is not something that's rushed. It's something that takes time to build. And this isn't just going and getting a job. This isn't a 9 to 5 job where you just went and got a paycheck. This is actually growing a business. And then I'm doing a really good job talking fast. Could have slowed down a bit. But number 16, you guys, we are selling more than a pink drink. This isn't, I'm just selling a pink drink. Number one, we have a bunch more products than a pink drink. But what you are selling is yourself. 100% at the end of the day, you are selling yourself, and a part of yourself and your life is the pink drink. Yes. So knowing who you are and what you're sharing with people is probably the best thing that you can do for yourself as you're growing on social media, is just, and helping your team too. God is going to bring you the people that are for you and people that you are going to have the ability to help. And if you're going to attract those people, you need to be yourself online, but be your best self. But it's you that your people want to join. So don't think that you're a salesperson, because you're not. You're selling your life and the things that make you tick and the things that are important to you. And Plexus is just Plexus is just one part of your life. And as soon as we think that we're just advertising a pink drink all day long, or we're just selling Plexus all day long, people can lose who they are because they think they're just trying to get a sale, but they're not. You have to be excited about what you're doing, and Plexus is just a part of you, and then that will attract people to you. So don't lose who you are in the fact that I'm a Plexus ambassador and I'm sharing my life because I want to sell some Plexus. No, you're sharing your life because you have a lot to offer people, even more than Plexus. That's just a part of it. And it's a really big way that people can make an income from their phone. It's a big way that moms can stay home with their kids. It's a big way that people can quit the 9 to 5 and actually live a life of freedom that they want. So we have the ability to change their health, and we have the ability to change their finances. And that's why Plexus is a part of our lives. And then the other point number 17, find a power partner. I was thinking about this one while I was eating my lunch, just how important it is to have somebody, not just your upline, but somebody who's on the same team as you. Like you're going the same place. You're excited together about what you're doing. And a power partner can change over the years based on where people are at in their life. And a power partner also, it can be your upline. Obviously, if it's someone in your downline, it'd be a downline upline situation. But you, if I'm talking to you specifically, need to find someone in your downline to run with, to be excited for the next book club, to be excited for the trip you're taking together, to be excited to plan an event, to be excited to be like, look at this network marketing video that I saw, or here's a really great book that I'm reading. You need at least one person who's going to run to the top with you, because it can be lonely when you're already maybe the only one of your friends doing network marketing. And your upline, obviously they're there to help you. But if you don't create a power partner in your downline, and maybe you're looking to sidelines for those relationships, because Plexus is, we have tons of great relationships and those friendships are great. But if you develop that in your downline, that is how you're going to help someone grow their business and how you're going to grow your business. And it's really, really, really important. So I would encourage you, if you don't have that person yet, look for that person. Look for that person in prospects, look for that person in your downline right now. And the most successful diamonds have all had power partners, and they've changed people throughout the course of their businesses, but they're always bouncing ideas off someone. They're always running with someone and being excited. And if you don't have that, and yeah, your upline is supported, but if you don't have that and you're filling it with needs from your sideline and you're wondering why you're not growing, that can be one of the biggest reasons, because you need to pour that time and energy into finding your people. And it feels so good outside of this business. It feels so good to just have those people that you are running with in this, and you just have that common goal. So I'd encourage you to look for that. And then I don't know if this is point 18 or 19 because I ended up skipping one, but this business is mostly your mindset. And that doesn't mean to keep reading personal growth books all day. It's mostly mindset over skill set. It's 80% mindset, 20% skill set. But what that means is your habits, your work ethic, your character, your integrity, your leadership, growing yourself as a person. You also have to put those things into practice in your business. And I'm all for counseling and all for that. That's great if that's where you're at in your life, and we need that sometimes, but that's not what this is talking about. Constantly looking for problems with yourself and problems that you need to work on is not fixing your mindset. Fixing your mindset is reading books like Atomic Habits or The Slight Edge, books that are going to push you out of your comfort zone and encourage you to be more and do more and share that with the world, not being put in a box by whatever limitations we put on ourselves, but freeing yourself from that. not looking at all of your problems, but looking at who you were created to be and things that make you feel invigorated and excited and passionate and powerful and able to help people and share those things with them. That is the kind of mindset that we're working on over the skill set. And sometimes it can be a mindset in wrapped up in a skill set, like reaching out to people to overcome a fear of reaching out. You don't need to wonder why you can't reach out and reach all the way back to your childhood for why you can't reach out to people. You just need to take the action and go and practice that mindset. And then it becomes easier and easier and easier. Even if it feels like jumping off a cliff or going to the dentist office or whatever's really scary for you, that first time that you have to do it. And then number 20 is keep growing. If you are growing and you are staying connected and you are growing yourself by learning these things and by doing hard and scary things, you will get to your goals and you will bring your team with you. But as soon as you act like I was wanting to act yesterday, which I felt this way through my whole business off and on, like I don't want to do it. I don't want to reach out. I don't want to lead that call. I don't want to do that live training. Whatever it is, I don't want to make a YouTube channel. I don't want to do a public event. As soon as you keep telling yourself that you don't want to do it and you follow through on not doing it, you are capping yourself. So you have to choose to grow every day. And every time it's something scary, you're still growing. So apparently I am still growing if I'm trying to figure out how to get out of a call that I know I'm not going to get out of. So anyways, you guys, I know we have some book clubs after this. So I will let you all go and you have a great week.
Bye.